day.
Thank you.
How long do you think this will last for? Zionism as a whole.
Do you know what Zionism is?
Of course I do. Now, even people who didn't know before, this year, everything is out in the open. How long do you think Zionists will last on?
So Zionism is about the existence of a Jewish country, of Israel. So are you asking me when I think Israel will be destroyed?
I think that's not what I asked. What I asked is Zionism as an ideology. How long do you think it's going to last?
Zionism as an ideology is the right for Jewish people to self-determine in their ancestral homeland. So it
Of
will
course,
last.
it means another few more things if you like. The debate can go longer.
No, but that's-
You still didn't answer my question. Do you think it's going to go on forever?
Well, it's been going on for 3,000 years, 4,000
Okay.
years, so I think it's going to go on forever. Because, unless all the Jewish people are killed, basically. While
I don't think that's happening. I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope it doesn't happen either.
I hope Jewish people, just like every other ethnicity, can all live together in harmony.
Like anti-Zionism against Zionism is specifically called for destruction of Israel.
That's not true.
So what is anti-Zionism?
Anti-Zionism is when you are against the ideology. Selected people have more rights to live than anybody else in the world. I'm Palestinian, man. This is why you attracted me
So
with this.
20% of Israeli citizens are Arabs, and they have equal rights.
Yes. I'm a Palestinian who comes from the Gaza Strip. My issue is, how long do you think this is going to last?
Zionism is the existence of Israel. How long is it going to last? Hopefully forever, because otherwise it's millions of Jews killed. And Arabs
No.
too.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. So you must have heard about what's going on in Gaza.
Oh, yes.
And how it's besieged.
Well,
If you push people to the corner for an extended period of time, you're going to have some type of reaction. I'm not okay with it, but that's what's going to happen. I think Hamas is an idea. It's an idea. I don't think Hamas is for just certain people, because prior to 1987, there was no Hamas.
there was Islamic Jihad, PLO, Fatah,
Prior to that,
PFLP.
there was no Islamist extremists.
As a journalist, you must know that you can twist journalism very
I
much.
ran away from it. I couldn't stay for a journalist more than 10 years in the Gaza Strip. To stay it, I'm either gonna lose my humanity. I'm either gonna die, because some of my friends actually lost their lives to this conflict. Not terrorists, not extremists, just a cameraman. And I've seen how cameramen lost their lives just for taking a picture. So staying there was gonna turn me into something more aggressive, more violent, because at the end of the day, these are my people. Maybe I have seen the world. Maybe I was given the opportunity to go out and see and have an open mind. But let me tell you, there are 3, maybe 4 generations who have been living under siege from the moment they were born. How are you going to change? What are you going to tell these kids?
When you say siege,
Israel besieged Gaza, we
withdrew
know
from
that.
Gaza. There is a border with Egypt.
Yeah. The Egyptians are not nicer. I'm not saying Egypt are heroes. Egypt are even more complicit in this.
Egypt controlled Gaza until '67.
Sisi, I think
Before
Sisi will
Sisi.
become the best Zionist for 2024.
Before
Maybe,
Sisi,
who knows?
until '67, Egypt controlled Gaza fully.
Listen, these kids that are dying right now have been born into discrimination. They've been born into an open prison.
And Hamas is at fault for that, because Hamas has been firing rockets since 2006.
You can say Hamas is responsible, of
Yes,
course, because
yes.
they don't want to sit down and talk politics.
They want
But taking all the responsibility away from Israel is kind of crazy. Maybe you believe so, and you have the right to.
Hamas has declared its intention to kill all Jews, and Hamas has been working towards that goal very explicitly.
وحنقدمها مرتين وثالثه ومش هذا حتكون طوفان نقص اول مره لا حتكون ثاني وثالث ورابعه.
And since they came to power in 2005, they killed a lot of Palestinians too, right?
They did. Anybody who was against them have a
For sure,
problem.
all the Fatah members, right?
What triggered you to do this today?
I observed that a lot of the elected officials in Canada advocate for discriminatory laws against Jews that support the existence of Israel, which is 95% of Jews.
Israel has the right to exist.
I'm glad we agree on that.
But not on the ruins and the blood of other people.
But
that's the issue here we have. I think that's the main problem I have
So let's
with Zionism. I think you're going to have a lot of harder times expressing who you are, not only in Canada but across the world. And that mistake was by government. Listen, people are people anywhere in the world. You and I are people. We want the best for our families. You want your kids to have a good life. You want to see them happy, and you need to prosper and grow. That's people. The governments, though, they don't want that. We can't call it anything else but brave. You walking and saying, I'm a Zionist, ask me a question, is the bravest thing any Israeli would do, in Canada or anywhere else at this point. My hopes is for you to be able to go all across here and not get hated, not get discriminated against. I genuinely feel that it's dangerous what you're doing, and that's why I stopped. And I hope you get, I hope you get what you're asking for.
Well, I'm asking for a dialogue.
And I really had more, I wish I had more time to sit down and talk about this.
Do you want to exchange contacts and sit down and talk?
Of course. I think that's part of the solution. When we sit down and talk.
That's why I'm working with my
We're not
side.
Holding rocks and throwing rocks is not going to fix anything. Master Kleiner.
Yes, that's me. Nice to meet you.
And shaking your hand today is a blessing, because I know this is the solution.
I agree with you.
Standing in front of each other, barricading and throwing rocks and rockets is not going to help anybody.
See, but when someone is throwing rocks at me, I'm going to have to find a way to defend myself.
Of course.
But since you're not throwing rocks at me, and there is a lot of things we agree on, let's sit down and talk.
Of course we agree. We have the same culture. We have damn near the same language. We eat the same food. You have kosher, we have halal. We agree on a lot of things.
Send me a message.
Of course, I will.
Sounds good.
Have a great day.